Hi there. Welcome to City Skylines HeightMapped 25 Tile Intermediate Series. This is episode 49, and I'm going to get really brave or really stupid. We don't know yet. And I'm going to try putting in a metro system. It's either going to help the game or it's going to tank the game. Don't know yet, but we're going to find out. Okay. Let's see here. That's the metro system. And I think I'm going to run one here. Let's see here. Yeah. We'll put one right there. And then we're going to put another one here. And these are the metro stations that I'm putting in. And I think I'm going to try and put one here. Actually, I think I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm going to do 3. And where's the fire department? I don't want to do, okay, the fire department's right there. So this is okay. I can safely put one here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So if I run it in a big circle from the farm out to here and back to here and over, then I can use these two as bases to run. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we'll do this one first, and then I'll work on the other 2 lines. So I need a tunnel going from here to here, and going from here to here, and then going from here, where am I going? Out to here. There. Okay. And then I need to run a line, create a new line. This is always the hard part for me, trying to make certain I get it into the station. Okay, so create a new line. And you just click where you want it, and then you go click where you want to add stops. One there. And then you go up to where you want your next one, which is up here. Right there. And then you go on down to where you want to finish the line, which is right here. Okay, now that should create a metro line to the farming area. And then if I go down and I make a station down here and run it from there down to here. Okay, I know there's a park in there somewhere. There it is. Okay, so if I put it just right here, where there's nothing in front of that park, there. And then I can run a line from here down to here. To the forestry, and that should work. Okay, so second line is going to come from this one to this one and back up. Okay. All right, from this one. Okay, now this is the part where I have trouble. There we go. Okay. And there. And then right here, grab another one and run it back up to here. Okay. And then, no, I don't want to drag a line. I want to make a new one. So from here, create a new line and take it up here and then bring it back down and complete the new line. There we go. Okay, so we're done with that one. And then I want one that goes out from the residential area to where we have our there we go. Okay, now the fire department is there. So over in here, anywhere I can put a metro line. So I will just put one right here, since there's nobody there anyway. That works out fine. Okay, and then a tunnel. Oh, no, not ready for the tunnel yet. And then another metro station down here where people are going to need to go. I think I'll put it by the fire station. There's not anything else down there, is there? No. Okay, so we'll put another metro right here by the fire station. Okay. And then I'm going to run a tunnel from this one to here. And from this one up to here. Yeah. And then from this one down to there. Oops. Why is it telling me it can't do it? Okay. I might have to go down this way. Okay, and down here, and then a new line starting here and going up to here, coming back up into the residential area, right there, and then coming back down here to where we started. Okay. And then we just need to connect this one through forestry to Portside. So I should start with putting one here somewhere in our forestry area. Might as well stick it here in the new section. Then people can go both ways, because this is going to get built up probably someday. So one more metro station right there, and another metro station. I need to put in two more. One here where we have our new buildings, and I think I'll put it next to, okay, this is where our medical is, so we'll put it right here. Or better yet, right here. Yeah. Okay, and then the other one can go down here where I'm going to put, I think, I'm going to put a shopping center right in here. Or possibly right in here. Eventually. So, I might as well put a road in now. Coming out of here. That I can start Oops. There. Okay. Now, if I trying to think where I can put it that I can still run, because I think I'm going to be putting a road down through here. And okay. Well, if I put the road here now, then that gives me something to work off of. Okay, and then back to the metro stations. This is as good a spot as any, I guess. I'm going to make it 4. Well, I guess I'm going to make it 3. Okay. Apparently a metro station is noisy. That's not something that I considered when I put these in. But, oh well. Okay, so now, starting a new line. Well, starting a new tunnel anyway. Okay. And then running it up to this one. And then up to this one. Oh, you're going to be difficult, are you? Okay. Seriously? I have to come all the way over here? Okay, fine. Not gonna let that stop me. Did I get it in there? Yeah. And then another one coming all the way down. What, again? Oh. Well, I didn't exactly plan on that, did I? Okay. Let's take that part out. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe I can run it down this way. Aha! There we go. There. Okay. And then running a line from here up to this one, and then up to the forestry one, and then up to the shopping, which is here. I'm just clicking at each of the stations. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know if you heard that ding or not, but it was my headset telling me that it was losing its oomph. Okay, so we've got it there, and I'm just going to come all the way down here and go back here and reconnect it, and when I reconnect it, it says complete line. So yes, okay. So now I should have a bunch of lines that people can use, and they're either going to run us into bankruptcy, or or they're going to give the city a new source of income, maybe. We'll find out, because we're going to let it rip now. Got it all done. Okay, now comes the hard part. We are at, I'm going to write it down too. Okay, we are at 1,569 weekly income, and we have $835,465 balance. Let's see if that's enough to get us through and back up when we turn this on. Letting it rip, turning it on and letting it go. And I'm just praying that it'll be enough. Okay, we're already down to 771, 431. This is not good. $70, 283 in the hole, 655 in the hole, 958 in the hole, 1,279 in the hole. Okay, I need to create some kind of income here, and I'm not seeing any place to do it because it's not asking me for commercial or industrial. Don't really want to put in. I guess I'm going to have to, though. Well, let's just let it rip. 1590, 1917. This is negative 19, negative 2226, negative 2513, negative 2782. This is really not good. Is anything happening yet with these metro stations? Anything at all? Other than the fact that it's like, okay, Okay, let's see if how about if I turn off some of my, let's see, this one, well, this one has never had more than, I'm turning off a cemetery. That's only $250 saved, but, you know, and then this one is another, so there's 500. It may not be enough, but it's all I can do at this point. The S on my keyboard is not working well. I need to go find one of these metro stations and see if anything is happening in it. Okay. Come on. I'm having trouble getting my keyboard to work, which is not something that I wanted to have to deal with right now. Okay, so there are people going into it and using it. We're at 3,246 in the hole, 3,085 in the hole, 2,946 in the hole. Oh, okay. So we seem to be turning around and going back towards hopefully being not in the red. 2,500 negative. in the hole, 2,200 in the hole. But look at all these people that are going in here and using this baby. I think they like it. And somehow it's causing us to get funds coming out of it, or not use enough funds on something else. Anyway, you know, maybe because there aren't as many cars on the freeway. I have no idea. But we're down to $900 in the hole, $700 in the hole. Yeah, this is working. Okay, if we go look at, you can look at what's happening down underground here. If you want to, you just click the transport button, and it actually shows you the metro lines running and all of the people down in the tunnel underneath. And the white ones are, oh God, why won't this keyboard work for me? I know why. I have too much stuff on the computer. So people are coming in, they're white. When they're ready to get on the trams, they're green. It's the same people, but they turn green when they're ready to get on the trams as they come down. And if they come off a tram and they're ready to go up, they turn white. I think this is kind of neat. There, see all the people going in and coming out? They all jumped onto the trams. And here's some more. It seems to be working. Okay. And okay, we're $2,000 plus. We have an income of $2,000 now. Well, an income of $1,900. Okay, so that's working nicely. I think that's great. Okay, so I'm going to pick somebody out of this crowd, and we're going to follow them. Let's see if we can find somebody who's, let's see, going to work at Ready to Wear. Worker at the bread store going to the general store. Old man going to quiet corner. Going to the commercial center. Going to work, bed and bread and beyond. Woody's wood, going to work. Okay, well here's somebody who is obviously working in the forestry department, which is on the plateau, 2 plateaus down, and I think 2 tram rides down, who's going to work. So let's follow him. We can actually click on him, tag him. His name is, oh, I guess it's a lady, Scarlet Reed, and get the little blue dot that's on her here. This is this lady right here. Okay. And she's going to go to work down in the forestry department. She's taking the tram to do it. So now we turn on our little view underground section, and keeping her little blue dot in mind, we can follow her and see where she goes. So I'm going to set it to run now, and it's all on the computer now. My hands are off the board, they're off the mouse. This is all the computer doing this. And she's sitting right there waiting to, I'm going to just get my little arrow out of the way. I hope you guys can see that little blue dot. I can't make it any bigger. She's now on a tram, and she is going for a ride down to probably the next connection. Oh, she's actually, okay. Yeah, okay. She should get off here and get on another tram that will take her. Yeah, see, now she's going to go across, and she's going to wait for the next tram on the other tram line that's going to take her down to the forestry department forestry division, where she works. And right now, she is right here. There's a little blue button right here with a white circle, and that is her. It's sitting right on top of her head. And so we'll be able to watch her get on. The button is still there. It's just in the gray area. There we go. She hopped on a tram. Let's see where she goes. There goes the tram. Okay, she's leaving the commercial middle plateau, headed down the hill into, where's she going? Okay, so she's going to go probably all the way down to, because she went the opposite of the direction I thought she would on this line, she is obviously going to go down to the port side. She'll go through the two port side metro stations before she goes back up to the metro station in the forestry department where she actually works. Because right now it's taking her down there to port side. She's in this little tram right here, right now. Okay, she's in this one, underground, under all these trees, and she is headed under the freeway and on down to Old Port Side, the little old town that we first started of Port Side. And as long as we don't touch her little blue button, which would then immediately connect us to the metro and we'd lose her. Okay. See, now she should stay on the tram. I don't think she's going to get off there. But you can see where all the other people are getting off or getting on. And there she goes. Still on the tram. Now she's headed over to this one that has this big green bar coming up from it. That's another station that we put in there. She should not get off there either. A lot of other people are getting on and off though. Each one of those little green things is a person under the ground waiting for the tram to go. Now she's headed for the forestry department, which is way up here. And they're still underground doing this. This is just, we're using our laser vision to see underground, to see what she's doing. Oh shoot, I lost it. Darn. I forgot I wasn't supposed to touch the keyboard. And she'll come out here, but I won't be able to find her now probably. When she comes out of this station, she'll most likely be with a million other people. Okay, well I've lost her anyway, so let's see if we can catch her as she comes back out. I don't even remember what her name was. Well, she'll be getting off here. What I did was I touched the directional keys on the keyboard to get a little bit better view. And of course, the minute you do that, you lose your tag when you're tagging somebody. But she should come out of here. I don't know which way to show it to you. Should be one of the white ones that comes out and goes up these stairs. Maybe we'll look out and there won't be. Oh, there's a million of them. Okay. Well, she's in this crowd coming out. And there's no way we're going to be able to tell which one she is. Oh, Lord. What did I do? We went all the way through that and then I messed it up at the end. I am so sorry. Well, maybe we can... Going home. Worker at Woody's Wood. Going home. Okay, well, we'll tag her and this time I'll keep my fingers off the board. Okay, I have no idea where she's going to go home, but this is her down here. She's wearing an orange. She has brown hair. She's wearing slacks and an orange long-sleeved top. So Of course, now she's going to look like everybody else. She's going to be white and she's going to be green until she finishes her trip. And there she goes. She's going to wait for the next tram. And I'm going to sit on my left hand so that I don't accidentally touch the keyboard. I can use the mouse all I want to, but I'm not supposed to touch the keyboard. Maybe we can hold on to her this time. There she goes. There goes her little blue button. She's in the tram. Okay. And although it doesn't look, it's kind of hard to see it, but there is a little button right there. It's just that she's so far underground in that one spot that you can't see the blue. There she goes again, deep in the ground, way underground there, but she's right there. And I guess I could speed it up a little bit. Okay, this might be her coming out. Okay, well, she came out, but it looks like she's going to catch another tram going somewhere else because she's waiting for another tram. She's right here where the little button is. This is her right here. I'm afraid to click on her, but this is her right here, waiting her turn to get on the tram. And there she goes. She just jumped on the tram. And the tram is going down. She came out of the forestry department. The tram is now going down towards Portside. So she must live down in Portside somewhere. And she's still on it right there. That's her on that tram. And she's headed all the way down to this one here. And she may get off there because there's residential areas there. Or she may go over to this one, which is New Portside, the newer residential areas around those big parks that we made. She might be going there. We don't know. Okay, I'll speed it up until we get to the station, and then I'll slow it back down. Okay. Meantime, our income has gone from 1,500 and what did I write down? 1,569 a week to 4,716 a week. So having the metro system in here has turned out not to be a loss. Okay, turning it down to slow it down, because she might get out here. Yep. She's getting out, and she is. Okay, I'm stopping it just long enough so that I can get back hold of her. She came up through here already, and she is now walking through Old Town. This is her right here. Her name is Scarlett Wright. And she's headed for home. And there she goes. The little blue button over the top. Oh dear. I do hate it when they do that. There she is. She's headed for home. And I've got to try and line up with her a little better. God, I can't use the keys. I can do this, though. Okay, so we're looking down on her. She's right there where that little round circle is under her feet. Okay, that's her right there with the blue button on top of her and the little round circle under her feet. And she's headed for one of these apartments, probably. It's hard to tell. Okay. Oh, no, she's headed out into the smaller neighborhood, I guess. There. There she goes. She's walking home. Right there. There goes Scarlet. Is that her name? Scarlet? Yeah. Scarlet Wright. And she got home instead of driving a car. She got home by using the metro, like so many other people are now doing, which is probably why we're saving money on the city. I kind of wonder if people pay to use the metro somehow, and somehow we get an income from that. There she goes into her house. So this is the house that she lives in. Right here. I can't get any closer a view because there's an apartment complex right across the street. But that's where Scarlet lives. Okay. We're at 36 minutes. We have finished our metro system, and we'll probably play around with it some more in episode 50. But this is the end of episode 49. I think maybe I'll put in some schools in episode 50, and when we get there, I'll explain to you why. I think it's going to save us some money. And again, I'll explain that when we get to it. So that's it for episode 49. I am so thrilled because it actually worked. And it didn't tank the city. I think maybe before we even put in schools, I'm going to make some little parks to go around our metro systems. Like right now, here's one, and it looks kind of bare. So I think I'll make two tiny little parks, or one tiny little park that can go around this kind of a thing. And we'll see if maybe that'll make them more recognizable and more enjoyable to watch. Okay, so that'll be in episode 50. This is the end of episode 49. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.